Welcome back to my Bake Escape. It is almost Easter, and for me that means it's time to make some carrot cake. I have a spin on a traditional carrot cake for you this week, and it is a recipe for carrot cake bars. These are delicious, super easy to make, and you can have fun with the decorations. So let's get started. You're going to need to brown some butter for this recipe, so go ahead and start by browning the butter and then allow it to cool for a few minutes while you work on the other ingredients. For the full recipe, please visit mybakeescape.com and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at mybakeescape. The first step is to make the base for these bars. To the all-purpose flour, you're going to add the cinnamon, baking powder, ginger, salt, and cornstarch. You'll also need some nutmeg. I have fresh nutmeg, so I went ahead and added some of that. Then you're going to combine this all together, set it aside, and start working on the wet ingredients. To the brown butter, you're going to add brown sugar, granulated sugar. Mix that together until it's light and fluffy, probably about 3 minutes or so, 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to add the vanilla, mix that in, and then you're going to add in the eggs. This recipe calls for 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. So make sure to separate that egg white from the egg yolk. Go ahead and mix those eggs into the wet ingredients. Next is to incorporate the dry ingredients into the wet. So I like to do this in 3 batches, making sure it's mixed in between each addition. Then you're going to fold in the shredded carrots. Next is to prep the pan. I have a 9x13 jelly roll pan here. I lightly spray it with some nonstick cooking spray, and I'm going to add a foil sling. This is really going to help release the bars from the pan once they're baked. Go ahead and spread the dough all over as evenly as possible into the pan. This is going to go into a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, and it's going to bake for about 24 to 26 minutes. You will bake it until it's golden brown, and when you touch it, it pops back up. That means it's done if it's not jiggly anymore. To make sure it really is done in the middle, you can poke the center with a skewer, and if it comes out clean, it's ready. You want to let this cool completely before you top with the cream cheese icing. Next step is to work on the delicious cream cheese icing. So start by creaming together a stick of butter, add cream cheese, vanilla extract, and mix to combine. And then you're going to add the powdered sugar, mix that until it's smooth and creamy. And there you have it, delicious cream cheese frosting. I took a little bit of this frosting and split it into 2 smaller bowls. I added orange and green food coloring. I placed them in a piping bag and set them aside. The base has cooled completely for about an hour, and now it's time to add the cream cheese topping. I like to use a large offset spatula to spread the cream cheese frosting as evenly as possible all over the top of the bars. And then I piped on tiny little carrots. I started by piping the orange part, and then later went back and added the little green leaves. These carrots came out so cute. They're not perfect, but I had a lot of fun decorating them. I placed these back in the refrigerator for another hour before cutting them into bars. Because I used that foil sling, the bars came right out of the pan. Using a knife, I cut each one into little squares. These came out so cute, and they taste really delicious. They are a mix of a carrot cake with all the flavors of a carrot cake, but a little more dense like a bar or a blondie. I hope you give this recipe a try soon. If you do, let me know in the comments what you thought. And as always, I appreciate all of you who've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so and hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I release new content. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter and have a sweet day.